Before you begin, turn off the lights, find a comfortable chair, and prepare to be unsettled. This is the true story of Blackwood Manor, a house that wasn't just haunted, but hungry. Built in 1888, the manor stands deep in the woods of rural Oregon. For over a century, local legend warned people to stay away, claiming the very walls whispered the names of those who dared to enter. Our story begins with the Miller family, who moved into the sprawling property in 1993, unaware that they were signing a lease with the dead. It started small, doors creaking when there was no wind, the smell of burning wood in the middle of summer. But the manor truly began to assert itself when 10-year-old Emily Miller began talking to an imaginary friend named Thomas. Her parents initially dismissed it as childhood fantasy. However, Thomas always knew things he shouldn't, secrets about the house's foundation, the names of forgotten owners, and always the chilling command to stay inside. The real fear began when Emily's voice started to sound like someone else's. The manifestation grew bolder. Mrs. Miller would wake up to deep scratches on the bedroom door. Objects would fly across the room when they were alone. One night, Mr. Miller decided to record the empty living room. What the recording captured was not just cold spots, but a clear, deep male voice demanding they leave now. This wasn't the voice of Thomas. This was the voice of the house itself. The family consulted a paranormal investigator who found the central truth. The house was built on the site of a tragic 19th century murder-suicide, and the entity was tethered to the very materials of the manor. The investigator warned them. The entity was strongest in the basement. Mr. Miller reluctantly descended into the pitch-black space. He found a locked, rusted cabinet hidden behind a wall of old tools. When he finally forced it open, he found a collection of children's toys, all dated from the late 1800s, and a single, chilling letter. The letter detailed the final tormented moments of the original owner's child, who was starved to death in that very basement. The manor wasn't haunted by one person. It was fueled by the historical trauma of the child's desperate whispers. In that moment, Emily's voice, the innocent voice of the Miller's daughter, came screaming from the basement stairs. "You shouldn't have seen that, Father!" The entity was no longer Thomas. It was controlling Emily, using her as a vessel to protect its secret. The family fled that night, leaving everything behind. They never spoke publicly of their terrifying ordeal, but the house remained. The walls of Blackwood Manor continue to stand, perpetually cold, perpetually dark, waiting for the next family to sign a lease with the dead. They say, if you listen closely on a silent night, you can still hear the faint whispers of the children who were meant to stay inside forever.